Ladies and gentlemen, everybody involved, I am excited. I am nervous. I am happy to be doing this episode. We have got Hamiltonian internet personality on the show today. Made in America vlogs. Welcome to the show.
What an honor. It's been a long time coming, but I'm here. So it's good to be here, bro. How you
Bro,
going, man?
dude, I'll tell you how I'm going. I feel like people don't realize the greatness of what this episode is about to be. Like, people listening to this don't realize that me and Henry used to have this thing called Made in America Vlogs, where we would just pretend to be vloggers and do that every day. Like, we were low key on that grind. And like, we've been through so much together, and we've had some good times and we've had some great times where we just talked about the weirdest things. Like, you remember that one time we were at your house and we started watching that video of the dogs flying in the plane?
Oh my days, bro. Like that's what you get when you get into the YouTube wormhole, bro. There's just like, and you got to think, bro, like who actually makes this kind of shit, you know?
Some guy has been sitting in his room and is like, I am now going to make a video of a dog flying as Michael Jackson sings a song. That's so bizarre, dude. And look, I feel, bro, you know what's happening that's kind of crazy right now. Ladies and gentlemen, at the time of recording this, it is the 21st of February. Okay. I
Man.
posted this snippet, of me and T from my Palmby interview. It's got 6.6K on Instagram right now, which, like, for me, like, I haven't seen a video pop off kind of like that's kind of starting to pop off a little bit, and it's bugging me out a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm
But
sort of
that's
like,
that's like semi-viral, bro, you know?
yeah, it's
Like
kind of
like it
like,
had potential, but it just didn't go over the line.
yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like, I feel like it's almost there. Like, it's almost at that tipping point, like things can change for anybody overnight.
Random, bro. Remember that TikTok of like just the boys running down the road just randomly one night, and the freaking like Sports Center like repeat like reposted it, bro. Had like 10+ million views. Like it was like actually a thing, bro.
Yeah,
And then afterwards, bro, people started doing it after us and tried to claim it, bro.
yeah, and people were copying you, and it's like, nah, these guys were the first to do it. Like, how did that make you feel? Because, like, you've put a lot of grind into, making videos and, making engaging content. Like, you've done Made in America vlogs where you made and sat down and edited, hours of footage. You invested in cameras. You know what I mean? Like, you actually put time and effort into that stuff. So how did it feel when something that you did, like, sure, it wasn't as, well thought out and high production as some other things. It was sort of, you just picked up your phone, but it got millions of views. How's that make you feel?
Bro, that's like it's the thing, bro. Like it's bittersweet because you kind of you're on this grind for like however many episodes or whatever, and you got like a bit of a following, like a general community of people watching your vids and enjoying it, commenting and blah blah blah. And then on the other hand, you just post this 30-second clip, think nothing about it, and then wake up the next morning and it's got millions of views, and you're just like, bro, this is how easy some people can just get a viral video and then just without having to think about it, which is crazy to me. It was just something that we didn't think about. And credit to my brother, I
I
didn't think of following him, and he had like 4,000 followers or something stupid like that in the space of like 12 hours.
Yeah, because of a video that didn't actually really represent what you're trying to achieve on your page. You know what I mean? But anyway, guys, we are getting sidetracked, and let me tell you something. There is going to be a lot of those moments in today's episode, because today's episode, ladies and gentlemen, you remember I put up on my story, like a week or two ago, send me conspiracy theories, and did I get sent some conspiracy theories? Yes, I did. So, Henry, we're gonna be going over this, quick fire conspiracies. But anyway, Henry, the first one we got, I know you know about this one. Should I say the names of the people that sent it in? Yeah, give them a shout out on the show.
Yeah, yeah. Give them a little app, bro.
Yeah, Keely Florence Gray. Shout out Keely. She always supporting the show. Appreciate that. Has said the the Rothschild shit.
That's a
You
good
know,
one, man.
you know the Rothschild family. What do you know
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that? What do you know about that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's been through a point where they've just found these videos and randomly, and you start watching like a 2 minute clip, and then you just start investigating like.
Do you
Yeah,
know
from
about?
my understanding, it's something about this family that's just been in charge of the banks or like the international
Yeah,
banks,
yeah,
just
yeah.
full power over that, and there's all these things leaking out that they're controlling the world and all this blah blah blah.
What's your take on that though?
I feel like it's one of those ones where that's always been in sort of the back of people's minds or who've kind of experienced, what
Just
it's
that there
about.
is like a higher power.
Yeah, yeah, that's just kind of just like I don't know. I feel like that's the OG stemming of this whole world order kind of thing that people are, writing on and shit like that because I feel like that's the OG story that came out. Like it was ages ago that it first like came out to public view or whatever that it was happening or whatever. Who knows? It might not be happening. It might be. Drop in the comments. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm still kind of skeptical. It's something that I've not really delved too much into, but who knows, man? Who
That
knows?
I see. I find that interesting because I feel out of all these conspiracies we're going to look at today, like that is the most believable. I'm looking at that and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'm
Mm.
looking at that and I'm like, of course that, money. Honestly, like the fact of the matter is that modern civilization was built on money and power and who's got the most money, therefore who's got the most power.
Yep.
The facts are right there. So why should we believe that
You
over the whole history of modern civilization being built and all the trade and who's the most powerful, the amount of money accumulated and wealth accumulated during that time. Like think about those those guys in America who pioneered the gold mine rush that and just like changed their idea of wealth. Like they would have grasped onto so much of that wealth. Just like there's countries that have oil, like and they are so rich. Like you look at Dubai, dude, and it's just like the city of princes.
Oh, bro, that whole UAE area of the world literally expanded in the space of like 50 years. Like there was just nothing there, and now you look at it and it's just like the most luxurious place you can ever think of. Like it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so like I feel like the Rothschild stuff is then therefore kind of like, yeah, how could you not believe that's true? Like to me, look, let's rate each conspiracy. To me, that's like a honestly a 1 out of 10 conspiracy because I feel like that's happening.
One meaning it's like not really a conspiracy, 10
Yeah, yeah,
being like
yeah.
it's
10,
completely
yeah,
wild.
10, yeah, 10. It's outrageously wild, and yeah, to me, that's a
Yeah, I
one.
think I think I agree, and that's a good way to start off, because I think that there's a few in there that you've chucked in that are just ones that really wreck your brain. So I'm gonna have to agree. I would say it's like I would say like a one or two. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Now, pushing on to this next one, Jake Dot Winchcombe. Shout out Jake, man. Cammy
Yeah,
D's
Jack.
little cousin. Jake, nice guy. Lowering men's test. The system being constructed to make you obey, not excel. Look, I think the whole men's testosterone stuff, I feel like, sure, like evidence is there. We were talking about this before. There's statistics. I don't have them up here. I might check it up on the screen of like the men's testosterone. I don't know if it was globally or just in the US, but decreasing by 1% every single year since like 2000. So for the past like 23 years, it's
Mm.
just been decreasing. And honestly, I mean, you look around and does that really surprise you? Not really. And I think that's because the population has grown so much, like the world population has grown so much in those 23 years. Like there's 8 billion of us out there, So there's going to be a greater proportion of people who are on either ends of a spectrum, of traditional masculine or feminine gender roles, and I feel like that's getting broken down now.
Right.
Damn, we have really twisted off the topic of that. But see,
I want to jump in there. I have no idea if this is correct. This is just me spitballing, but maybe it could be something to do with the food we eat. I don't know. That might be another thing. That's another
one
spin-off.
hundred percent. Look, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I feel like this is something that is not spoken about because it's something that people have to like they're stepping on seashells to talk about. Bro, I look around at the youth nowadays and it shocks me how mature they look. Like the guys are growing beards. Like, dude, I saw a guy in an intermediate school uniform with full on stubble, like 5 o'clock shadow, you know. I was blown away. And then look, you've also got girls nowadays who uh, like I don't know, dude. They're looking like Bad Baby, and they're aspiring to be like Bad Baby type shit. Whereas I feel like when I was that age,
Bro.
it was like I don't know, bro. Like girls were looking
Bro,
like
when
Emma
we were that
Roberts.
age, bro, this is probably a bad example because we were both just, baby face kids and whatnot. But I feel like if we're comparing apples to apples, I don't know, because I wasn't really paying attention to what kids our age look like or whatever. Because there's always, at high school you've got like the year 13s that just look like full grown men kind of thing, and we're just, bro, if you like it's just weird if you put like a bare example of us versus like one of those kids now.
Exactly. And
I just,
sure that sure there will be guys like us as well, but there weren't guys like that when I was there. There was like the
That's
odd one or
crazy,
two.
bro. Where have you seen this kid, bro? Maybe he's been held back a few years, bro. I
Dude,
don't know.
what school was it? It was called like Woodridge and oh, not Woodridge Intermediate, like Johnsonville Intermediate or something. One of
Shout
those
out to
schools.
Johnsonville
Dude,
Intermediate, man.
I actually met one of the teachers there on one of my hikes. He was, oh, not a hike. I was just going for like a walk, like around the gully. And he was also going. I met him. Shout out, Mr. Wilson, if you're listening to this. Anyway, so the men's test. So after all that being said, because we really sort of like explored the way we were thinking about that just then. We were looking at it from so many different angles. Men's test, do you feel like that's being sort of controlled and lowered by some higher order?
I mean,
Maybe,
if you're gonna take the argument that I told you before about diet and what they're putting in food and blah blah blah, then yeah, you could go down that track and you could be like, yeah, that people are responsible for that.
yeah.
But I feel like there might be another argument. Like you said, the range of people. There's just more people in the world, so that's just a broader range, and that's why it's lower. Yeah, it's a pretty weird one to think about. I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I think we had a yarn beforehand about what the actual conspiracy was. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a look about it after this just to see what because I've never heard about this, which is just
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
True, like
I feel, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that one's a bit vague right now.
yeah.
Maybe the conspiracy will build up, but the second part of what he says is the system being constructed to make you obey, not excel. How do you feel about that? Because when I'm looking at that and I'm like, yeah, you know what, Jake, like I agree with you there because I just look at bro, just look at the schooling system, man. Like, when did you get introduced to using laptops in class? How old were you? What age?
It would have been primary, bro. It would have been like year 7.
Yeah, like year seven, like you go online to a project, dude. They have like iPads and kindies now.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Yep, bro, that shit's not
Bro, that's mad.
that's not all good, man. I feel like when you're in kindy, you should be playing
You
with the
know why though? It's
crayons.
because it's because they're trying to get people to learn about because that's just where the world's going, bro. Like it's just this whole technological takeover. If you're getting children or kids, adept in these skills early on, then you're going to develop these skills later on in the workforce. So that's probably why.
Yeah, man, like yeah, that's right. Honestly, maybe I need to look at it more uh with an open mind. I feel like maybe I wasn't
Yeah.
looking at it
Anyway, yeah.
open-minded.
Back to your point though, in the whole obey instead of excel.
I
Bro, like
agree.
just
I
yeah,
feel,
I agree as well. Like if you think about all the distractions people have at their disposal,
yeah,
that
I
is
think
just like very expedient. Like Netflix, TikTok,
yeah, yeah,
YouTube,
yeah.
all of these streaming platforms, blah blah blah. People just go home and just chuck that on. That's their night, or they'll go on the weekends. Bro, people spend like freaking hours binging like seasons upon seasons of shows, bro. And if
And
you think
everyone's
about how
guilty
many
of that,
hours,
yeah.
yeah, bro, everyone's guilty. I'm guilty of it, bro. It's
Yeah,
terrible. Like
yeah,
you think about it,
100%.
but there's just millions of hours that, bro, this is a crazy one. I think if you put all together the YouTube total time from
Oh
start to finish,
no.
I think
What?
it's something crazy like it's like millions of years or something like that.
But yeah, yeah, that's nuts. To me, that's an 8 out of 10
Right.
conspiracy. Yeah, see, and someone else, Teal Sky, shout out Teal Sky. Go stream their single Flown Away, man. It's so good. She has said the world is run by major elites. And I feel like that kind of links to the whole thing. To me, that's a 10 out of 10 conspiracy. I think that's like so valid.
Don't you
Uh,
mean 1 out of 10?
oh yeah, yeah. That's oh yeah, but it's a good conspiracy, but like I do think it's valid, but it's such a like no, I'm talking about the whole like okay, she's just said elites, but when I think of the elites, I'm thinking about all the what like those conspiracies about the Satanism and like the devil worship at the elite level and like selling your soul kind of thing. You know about that?
Nah, I've heard about like the lizard people, bro.
Yeah, yeah, the lizard people too. It's like yeah, mate. I feel like the lizard people is kind of like a metaphor for just like dude, those people are different
Nah,
breed.
bro. Some people fully believe mother are actual walking lizards, bro,
Yeah,
and they're
I'm
being
just saying
controlled on the inside.
I'm just saying my view of it though. But bro,
Right.
I'm gonna be honest. I was on TikTok like a week ago, and I got into one of these rabbit holes like about lizard people and all that kind of stuff. And I started watching these TikToks. It was late at night, bro. You know, it's just like these videos with the creepy sound, and it's like, look at Britney Spears' eyes for the split second in an interview, and everyone in the comments is like, "Oh my gosh, like that's like the best evidence I've seen so far." Like no one's hating on it, and you know, you're watching it. I don't believe in lizard people like that, but then like you know, you're watching it at nighttime. It's dark, and the scary music is playing,
Yeah,
and then
your
you
mind starts wandering, and
yeah, and then you go, oh, like, hang on, like the video's right there, guys. Like, you know, the lizard people can exist. And it's just like making people paranoid. So I feel like the honestly, I feel that's like why stuff like that is spread. And that's kind of like the UFO stuff that's happening at the moment. You know, I feel like all of that stuff, like the conspiracy of sort of like mass paranoia, like I feel you know this mass control of elites, there's a really solid conspiracy there that is done through fear, you know, and like fear mongering and fear control. Bro, you go on the news to watch like you know the 6 o'clock news and it is just negative story after negative story. How many times do you watch the news and they're actually just talking about like positive news that has happened in the community or like positive steps for men? It's always like, you know, mass shooting or banks are
yeah,
increasing interest rates, tough times ahead, or tensions rising here overseas here, or, you know, like
bro, that's
court.
why they got Seven Sharp right after, bro, to just lift in the spirits again, and then you just do it all again.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. But it's like, you know, of course there are just as many amazing things happening around the world that day. Bro, of course there is. There's 8 billion people. You don't think that during that day there wouldn't be something happening in the world that's actually really positive?
Yeah, I agree, but I just feel like it's people only watch the news because it's a form of entertainment, right? For some degree of it, because all of these things happening, people want to know about it.
Dude, I feel like you just said it there. It's a form of entertainment. Like, I feel like personally, I feel like you can't trust news and media completely
Yeah, to a
nowadays.
degree. To a degree.
You have to take that with a pinch of salt though, you know, because it's like, yeah, of course there's like two sides to every story, but then also, you know, like there's the amount of money that these news shows make. Like it's not just they're telling you the news, you know, like One News and News Hub compete with each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like there's money behind it and agendas behind it, and you know, like it's how authentic actually is any news that you get in even your own country. It's pretty scary, man, if you think about it like that.
No, I agree. I think that's a good conspiracy. What are you gonna rate that out of 10 for that conspiracy on Ronaldo?
Honestly, I gotta give that whole thing. That's like a 10 out of 10 good conspiracy, I
Yeah.
think.
No.
What are you thinking on that?
Yeah, I'd tend to agree. I think that's a good one as well.
Yeah,
I'd say
100%.
like an 8.
Yeah, see, like I feel like a lot of these conspiracies we've gone through sort of just like circle back to this overarching like elite Illuminati, you know what I mean? Henry, I think that's all the conspiracies we had today. Did you have like what's your favorite conspiracy? Just quickly go through your favorite
Oh
conspiracy.
well, then obviously there's like the real basic ones, the ones that everyone heard about, like
No, but like it doesn't matter. You can tell me one. Maybe I don't know.
is the fabled moon landing, bro.
Oh yeah, talk to me. You feel oh, so you're saying that's fake?
I'm not saying it's fake. I think it's real, bro. I don't know, because the other hand of the story is they made it in like a Hollywood studio to convince that the Russians, you know, had, because they were trying to, what was the other side? It was all made in a Hollywood studio to literally waste all of the Russians' money by investing into all the space travel and whatnot.
Right,
They're
right.
trying to harm the enemy or
Okay.
Russian economy by making them waste all this money when they weren't doing anything.
Oh, that's really interesting because I've never heard of it looked at that way. But when I think about it, that's actually, you're kind of like, oh, like that's actually a good conspiracy. What do you think?
Yeah,
Like,
like that was the whole space race thing. Like in this, it was like in the '60s, bro.
oh, dude, I remember learning about that in history, the space race.
Yeah,
That
dude.
that was really interesting, I thought. I feel for me, history was a slept-on subject in high school. I wish I paid
Oh,
attention
bro, it
more
was
in
slept
history.
on, but some of the sorry for interrupting. It was a slept on topic, I feel, but some of the things that we had to learn about were just like mind numbing.
Yeah.
Like I just had no interest in some of them.
Yeah, oh, 100%. For me, honestly, like some of the I found US history extremely boring. I'm gonna be deadly honest. Like all of the see, like I can't even tell you like what like the Civil War and just like I don't know, like
Yeah,
George Washington and all that, bro. I just found it so boring. I'm so sorry. I just felt like it was a less interesting version of England. You know what I mean?
bro.
Like
Give me a quick fact on old Washington, bro.
What was his name? Benjamin what? Is it?
Wait, what'd you
What
say, bro?
is it Benjamin Washington?
Yeah, yeah, bro. Yeah.
Is it? What
Nah, bro. It was the brother George, man.
George
Bro,
Washington.
you can't be throwing disrespect on the first president of the USA, man.
No, wait. There's a different president who ended in Benjamin, right?
You were talking about Benjamin Franklin?
Oh yes, that's the
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Nah, he wasn't a president.
How do you think George Washington sounded? Good morning, America. It
Bro,
is
he
my
had
pleasure.
wooden teeth as well, so like what's up with that? Like he must how do you even like bro, back in those times, like
Who's
yeah, you've got
who,
your teeth are fucked, bro. Sorry, man, we're gonna have to cut up a tree and just put them in your mouth, man. Like
who's
what's going on, bro?
who's your favorite US president? Like we
Oh,
have an opinion on it.
JFK, bro. Just because,
JFK?
yeah.
Because
Just
of
he's so
zombies?
iconic, bro. Like the voice, man, and then
Go do the
whole
voice.
story.
I forgot what it sounds like. Can you remind me?
No, I'm gonna butcher it, bro, because I'm gonna sound like Obama or something, man. But
It is
the
my
Cuban.
honor in the
Yeah,
state
yeah.
of America to stand here in front of the people. Dude, how good is zombies, man?
Oh,
We
don't
have
go down this track, bro. Don't go down this track because we could just talk for so long, bro.
okay. I'll tell you what. We'll tee up a zombies exclusive,
Oh
and
my
and we'll
days,
like
bro.
we'll dig up some of our old stats because I've got photos somewhere on my laptop of some of the games we would have. Guys, me and Henry, you know how we were talking about low testosterone over the years kind of thing, and then we were talking about how there's guys who have facial hair. Me and Henry, this is what we did at New Year's when we had a
Oh
beach
my God.
front house, beachfront. Okay. And there were gorgeous girls around, like we were drinking. We had
Bro,
we
we
had
weren't
access,
even drinking, bro.
we had access to beers if we wanted.
Oh,
And
bro, I didn't even touch one, man.
yeah, we didn't touch one. We had this little TV. What was it? It was like literally like a 5 inch, like old
Oh
box, like the
man.
kind of TV you would see in Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Yeah.
And we hooked up an Xbox 360 and played Call of Duty Black Ops 1, and we put on Kino der Toten, and we would just sit there. We sat there the whole night. There were kids our age laughing, drinking, kissing, you
Bro,
know.
the thing is, we were so close because it was at like the park, and that's where everyone like congregated at that age. We were like
Yep.
16.
And
And we
it
were just
was,
playing. Bro, do you remember? We were just playing. It would have been like 10:30 or something, bro. And we've been in that room for probably like 5 or 6 hours, hadn't left unless we needed to go to the bathroom or we had dinner. And then the power cuts off at like round
Oh,
35,
I
bro.
remember that, bro.
And we were literally about like, bro, I was so upset. Like, I was genuinely like nearly in tears kind of thing, bro. Like, that just shows you what kind of kids we were, bro, in high
Yeah.
school. Like,
And then you know what we did is we got back up and we went to round 41, I'm pretty sure. What was it? It wasn't 41, was
I
it?
think it was 39 or something like that,
Dude,
bro.
that is actually missed. Like
And then
it we,
eventually, I think, yeah, that's crazy, bro. Like, it took, bro, no, we had to freaking pause the game, bro, because a round would take like 30
yeah.
to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And it was like so late, like, bro, we're still going. We need to keep going tomorrow morning, bro. And we paused it. And my Xbox was so like it was like a freaking battery. Like I was so shit, bro. And we went to bed, and all we could do was
Posted.
like the whole night, bro.
Okay, we're saving. Okay, we'll tee it up like a zombies exclusive, and we'll each get a pizza, like a pepperoni pizza to eat for the episode as well. Just get some juice. We'll have a good one. But ladies and gentlemen, that was what was that? There's a few conspiracy theories here with my good co-host friend today, Optic Ricardo. So big thank you to Optic Ricardo. Go follow him. Go check out his pages. Seriously good guy, and this will not be the last time that you'll see him on the show. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Henry, like this felt good. This felt real fun to just like talk about some conspiracy theories, jump on this episode with you. I appreciate you coming out.
Bro, that's what it's all about, bro. No, thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, if you did enjoy this one, you know what to do right up here. Check me out on all my platforms. Make sure to subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you did listen to this on Spotify, please make sure to follow and leave a rating. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. But that's it for today, and we'll see you next time.